Hello, hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I'm so glad everyone is here today that is here. Yay. Now I got to do all my housekeeping real quick before I talk with anybody, or I will totally forget. First off, I like myself on YouTube. I'm going to share on Twix what is going on. I love that name. Thank you, Castle, so much for sharing that with me. And there we go. And let's do this. And we will post this onto the Twitter world. Now, I have got a poll that, oh, there is one thing I do need to do. First off, I'm going to start a poll on Twitch, and then I'm going to take the emote only off. So I'm going to, and I will tell you what the poll is. It's going to be the same one on YouTube. Um, let's hope it's there. It's something I'm trying. Um, it's a new thing I'm doing. The poll doesn't last that long, unfortunately. Um, okay, so that is done on there. That all looks good. So we're trying to poll over there on Twitch, and we also have a poll over here on YouTube, which this is being very silly to me. It will not let me post the poll. There we go. So we're going to start the poll. The poll is, do you like fruitcake? Never tried, never will. Once is enough. Only homemade and any and all fruitcake. Uh, so that is our polls for today. Let's get there and let's get there. So we've got all that done. And let's see where we are at in the world. We have good morning to you, Sci-Fi Mombi. I am so glad you're here this morning. Um, and we have DadmanWalking55. Good morning to you. Thank you very much. I love you too. Um, Corey is not going to be here today, which makes. Oh wait, you are here for a little bit. You're. I know you're on your way out, but thank you so much. Appreciate it. I was just about ready to say we were going to miss you this morning, and then you popped up. I know you're gonna be lurking today. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate viewers. I appreciate lurkers, uh, any and all. And right now, my subscriptions on, oh, I guess they are 117 on YouTube. Wow, thank you guys very much. I have 5 people watching on YouTube. My God, my view is really weird, and I don't know how to change it. It's, huh? I don't know. Maybe did. Nope, that's not it. I want the uh, oh, well, it's gonna be stupid today. So my computer is going to be stupid. So we will allow it to be stupid, and I will look at chat over here, um, because that is annoying me. Um, and I'm trying to see if I can do Twitch on my little tablet so that, I can view. Oops, let me make sure the volume is turned down. So that I can view the comments on both channels without having to flip back and forth. So I think I can. I just got to find a place to set this where it doesn't fall. I have all this desk space, and I just end up it just ends up like taking too much. So, Debma, did you go over there and look at the poll? Did it work? It only lasts. I can only set it for 10 minutes. So I'm hoping it's something I'm trying today. So we'll see. So we do have the a poll here. Let me hit here to watch so that I can check out the poll. Let's unmute that because on here we have, do you like fruitcake? We 50-50. Any and all and never tried, never will. Well, that is a wide split there. And on YouTube, what happened is my chat, I'm gonna leave YouTube. I'm gonna come back and see if I can get it to work right. So, um, I will be right back, you guys. Actually, I'm gonna be right here. I'm just leaving something else. Oh, yeah. Oh, I almost left StreamYards. That would have been bad. We would have had to start a whole new stream. Then, then all those tweets and everything I did would account for nothing. Okay, so here. I don't understand. How can I get my can you move it? Usually the usually the chat is kinda in the left-hand side of the screen, but it's, like, at the bottom, and so I can't really look at it. It's YouTube make that is so weird. It was okay, and then it did this weird thing, and I don't know how to fix it. It's like I can't it's so weird. Well, we'll just do that. We'll just do that, and that will be fine. Okay. So we have Twitch, we have YouTube. Let's move YouTube over here. Okay. So there's YouTube. Where'd the chat go? Oh no, I've lost the chat on you. Oh my gosh, this is driving me insane. Ah, ah. Okay. We're going to I'll send YouTube feedback. God, this is annoying. Okay. So, ah, okay. Now we're gonna do chat. I'm so sorry, guys. That is just driving me crazy. So we say good morning to Sci-Fi Mommy. I'll say good morning again, and Dad Man Walking. Good morning again, and Corey. Good morning again. And let's see. Um, and we have da, da, dee. Yes, it worked, but you had to actively drop down the menu. Well, that's okay. Um, you hear the song in your head, "What in the world am I gonna do with a fruit cake?" And and Corey says, "My cat Pepper will replace me as your viewer, LOL. Look at this records. He turns 25 in 3 months." Wow. Wow. That's amazing. And Dadman asked Sci-Fi Mombi if she was seeing, Godzilla -1, um, and she's going to this weekend. Let me know what you think of Wonka because I love the Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder, and I'm kind of afraid to watch it. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you think of it. Well, it is 10 minutes past the hour. Would you watch me for about 5 minutes messing around with YouTube and all that foolishness, trying to get it to work? And we're doing good here. We have, let me see if I can, let me see if I can vote for the fruitcake one. Okay, I will vote for uh, probably this one. There we go. So we have 3 votes On the Twitch side, very cool is that, and on the YouTube side, let me see if I can see, it's not gonna let me see the poll. Oh, this is so frustrating today. I do not know how to fix this. So we're just gonna have to do this. Okay, okay, the poll is three-way tie on YouTube. Never tried, never will, only homemade, and any and all. Very interesting. And I wonder if I could vote on the poll over here. I wonder if it'll let me. It won't even let me see the poll over here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Hmm. Okay. I know. I loved your quote from today. Whoops. I loved I love the quote. It's why when I saw it, I went, "Oh, that must be a Wonka fan, a Willy Wonka fan." I will say I've never tried it. Um, but I've heard that the store-bought stuff that you buy is nasty and that you need to have the homemade. That the store-bought truly is like a brick. And they say, I was reading somewhere, and I might be mistaken, that a lot of people don't do the homemade because it takes a lot of time. You gotta have stuff, you know, some steps can take a while, and you need to make it early, and I don't know how to make fruit cake, but that it is more involved than, um, just throwing stuff together and cooking it. So if I ever can find some homemade fruit cake, I probably would try it. Oh, that would be lovely. Like I say, I don't know of any place around here that makes fruit cake that, you can get it home, not manu not made in a manufacturer so that it can be cheap. So, well, we have 11 people on the watching today. It says that we have 7 people watching on YouTube. Very good. We have 3 people in the poll voting. So if you haven't voted and you're lurking, sneak in and do a quick vote here and let your voice be known about fruitcake. Um, and we have 4 people watching on Twitch. Thank you very much for that. Um, Actually, Sci-Fi Mombi, if you find the website, you can post it, you can go ahead and post it in on YouTube. If not, then you can DM me, if you find it later. Um, I don't know what position you're in to if you have it or whatever, but that would be really cool. Um So, okie dokie. It is 14 minutes past the hour, 9:14 in my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States. And I think it's time for birthdays because for some reason, okay, cool, cool. So let's see, how can I do this? So that's where you get the for fruit cake. Okay, let me see. Let me go over here so I can get it on both sides for fruit cake. That just sounds so bad putting for fruit cake. You can call the Trappist monks to get and it's not really homemade, to get quality fruit cake. I just don't know how to put I just don't wanna put I wanna put on there that it's for fruit cake, but putting get fruit cake and Trappist monks, I just I just feel that people are going to so misconstrue that. Um Yes, you have to put everything in there. You have to put the HTTPS and blah, 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 or it won't work. Okay, so for homemade fruit cake made in their monastery, go to I spelled monastery. Go to I don't know how to spell monastery. Oh, come on. Go to https backslash www.trappistmonks.com. Okay, I'm doing it on StreamYards, and, there we go. It should be on both of them now. I just wanted to make sure. Just having the website up there, Trappist Monks, it's like, "Huh?" But there we go. So I will absolutely go look there at that. So now that I've wasted another 5 minutes typing in a link onto the it's time for birthday party, birthday party. Yay, it's time for birthdays today. Can you tell I stayed up late last night? Birthday parties. It's birthday day. And I have a lot of birthdays today. For some reason, I went crazy on the birthdays. And some of them I don't really know. After I put them in here and typed them up and made the slides, I was like, why do I have them in here? But I already did all the work, so we're going to show them anyway. And speaking of Wonka, our very first birthday is Timothy Chalamet, 28 years old today. Happy, happy birthday to you. He was nominated for an Academy Award, 3 Golden Globe Awards, and 3 BAFTA Film Awards. He ba- um, as a teenager, he began his career and he made his film debut in the comedy drama Men, Women, and Children. His first big budget film was in Dune in 2021, and he is now, his film is now out for Wonka. And for his awards, um, they have a thing where they list like how many nominations he got and how many awards. And these are like nominations for everything. These are like, the cheese vendors of Wisconsin gave him the, Prettiest Smile Award, it seems like. It's not that obscure, but some of them are pretty obscure. But he has had 95 nominations and 39 wins in all the awards that he has been eligible for. So happy birthday today, Timothy Chalamet. I like saying that name. Our next birthday is Heather O'Rourke. She was born in 1975 and died February 1st, 1998, at the age of 12 years old. She played Carol Ann Freeling in the supernatural horror film Poltergeist. She also reprised the role in Poltergeist 2: The Other Side, and in Poltergeist 3, was released after her death. She also was in the comedy series Happy Days. She had a recurring role in that and also in Webster. And she was nominated for 6 Young Artist Awards, and she run once for her role in Webster. O'Rourke died following 2 cardiac arrests um, during surgery. It was later it was ruled as a congenital stenosis of the intestines complicated by septic shock. Wow. Sounds like she had a promising career for her life to be cut so short. But we remember you today, Heather. Happy birthday. Yes, they called it like I think a lot of stuff has happened to people in poltergeist, and I think people say things like the poltergeist curse and things like that, but so it timed out a comment on Twitch. Let me see if I accidentally set something up to mess it up. Oh, it timed you out? I wonder what. Oh, huh. I don't know why. I wonder if try did I make you know what? I don't think I made you a moderator. I wonder since you were trying to post a let me see about making you I think I see. Okay, let me see. Maybe I mod. Are you over on the Twitch side right now, Sci-Fi Mombi? At Sci-Fi Mombi. Okay. I think what it was I had not made you a moderator, and I think okay, but what I think it was you trying to put in a link. I don't I know trooper. Okay. Um let me look. Let me look. Yeah, maybe the poll did something. Let's see what they did. Let's see if they'll show me what. Well, that's weird that it delete. Oh, you know what? It deleted all the once you're timed out, it deletes all. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I think I know what happened. I think because you weren't a mod and you tried to post a link, it timed you out. When it times you out, it it deletes all your messages. So I think that's what happened. Stop. Stop. So now that I have made you a mod, go ahead and on try to put um a link in. Just put in, you put in your try putting in your link on Twitch and see if it keeps it now. Once you get I don't know how to make you not timed out. Um I know there's a way to do that, but I don't know how. Um uh uh they've got all these little things untime out. Oh, untime out at there. Okay, I'll untime you out, Sci-Fi Mombi. Sorry about that. So there, you should be back able to do stuff. Okay. Whew, that was very interesting. So Sci-Fi Mommy, try to type in a link now. You should be able to now that I've made you a mod. Okay, that's what it was. So we've got that fixed. I meant to make you a mod and I forgot to. It slipped my mind. So now that's good. Now you're a mod over here too. Excellent. So we've got everything figured out. Life is good. Yay! And we have Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Hello, Wade. How are you this morning? How are you? Well, you have a good day at work. All the holidays are over and everybody has to get back to the grind of life. But thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much for stopping by. So now that we've got the Twitch thing, hey Wade, try vote in the poll if you have a chance before you leave. Um, but that was exciting. I'm glad I figured it out. So excellent. Now, let's see. We have done Heather O'Rourke, and our next person is William Goldberg. He's best known uh, for being in the World Champion Wrestling, the WCW, and the WWE, which is the World Wrestling Experience. Oh, shh. I'll be quiet, Sci Fi Mombi. And thank you, thank you. I won't say anything. Shh. World champion wrestlers, the WCW and the WWE. He is one of the most popular figures of the professional wrestling boom during the 90s and the 2000s. He, I guess, was credited for inventing the spear signature move in wrestling, and he popularized it. He had a long undefeated streak in the WCW in singles competition from 97 to 98, and he was the highest paid wrestler in the WCW. He was the face of the franchise until it was sold to the WWE. During his time at the WCW, he became one-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, two-time United States Heavyweight Champion, and one-time World Tag Team Champion with Bret Hart. And along with Hart, he is the fifth WCW Triple Crown winner. Wow. And before wrestling, he was a football player. And he's the only wrestler to have won the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, the WWE's World Heavyweight Championship, and the WWE's Universal Championship. Wow, very, very prolific wrestler. And let's see, he was born in 1966, so that would make him 57, 57 years old, I think. I'm doing math in my head. So happy birthday, however old you are. See, I was born in 64 and I'm 59. So I figure if he was born in 66, he would be 57. That's what I'm thinking. My math might be wrong. I might be doing it backwards. Our next person is Emily de Ravine. She's an Australian actress, 42 years old today. Oh, yes, I forgot to say that. He was a commentator for mixed martial arts. He hosted a TV show and he's acted in various films and television shows also. Following his first retirement from wrestling in 2004. I think wrestlers a lot of times have to be good actors to some extent because, even though there's a lot of physicality and, and they're, really, pummeling each other, there's a lot of acting involved in in the wrestling um, field in the like the WWE and stuff. So I think they have to be, actors to some extent. Um, I certainly hope they're not all as jerky as they are, as their characters. I hope they're not all the personas that they pretend to be. And we have Emily de Ravine, Australian actress, 42 years old. She was in the TV show Roswell and also in the drama Lost. She also played Belle on the ABC drama Once Upon a Time, and she was in the films Santa Slay, Slay. That must be a horror. The Hills Have Eyes, um, Brick, and Remember Me. 42 years old. Yep. Yes, exactly. Drama, drama. And Marlena Dietrich. Oh, the golden age of Hollywood. Mm, she was a German and American actress and singer. Her career spanned for over 70 years. She started in Berlin in the 20s, performing on stage and in silent films. Her performance um, of Josef von Sternberg's The Blue Angel brought her international acclaim, and Paramount Picture signed her up under contract. Um, she starred in many Hollywood films, and 6 of them were directed by Josef von Sternberg. Morocco, which was her only Academy Award nomination. He directed Dishonored, Shanghai Express, Blonde Venus, The Scarlet Empress, and The Devil is a Woman, and Desire. Sorry. And she also starred in a um, movie with James Stewart called Destry Rides Again. Now that is a good western. There's actually the first one is Destry Rides, which had Audie Murphy in it, but this one is a remake of it, and it is good as well. I would recommend watching it, if you would. So it's about a retired gunslinger who refuses to use his guns, and he goes into a corrupt town. He was hired as a sheriff, and they did not know that he no longer used weapons, and he goes into the town, and it's corrupt, and they want him to clean it up. But it's really, really good, a really, really good movie. Um, During World War II, she was a high profile entertainer in the United States, and she is known for her humanitarian efforts during the war. She housed German and French exiles. She provided financial support and even advocated for their citizenship. For her work on improving morale on the front lines during the war, she received several honors from the United States, France, Belgium, and Israel. In 1999, the American Film Institute named Marlene Dietrich the ninth greatest female screen legend of classic Hollywood cinema. Marlene Dietrich died at 90 years old. Mm, I really like her. Our next person is Jay Ellis. He's an actor, age 42. His first major role was in the BET series The Game. He also was on an HBO series called Insecure, and it earned him an NAACP Image Award. He starred in the horror film Escape Room and appeared in Top Gun: Maverick. Jay Ellis, 42 years old. I did these late at night, so I hope I put all the birth years right on them. That's the one thing I worry about. I checked them, but I was tired. And then we have John Amos, 84 years old today, born 1939. He is known for the role as the adult Kunta Kinte in the landmark miniseries Roots. He also played James Evans Sr. on the CBS series Good Times. He was in the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and more recently, he was in The West Wing and The District. He has been in the business for over 50 years. John Amos, 84 years old. Happy birthday today. Now, I love this next actor. I think it's great. His career, it's so amazing. Okay. This is He was born in 1974. He's 49 years old. He's fluent in Japanese, English, and Spanish. And he worked on the 1992 Summer Olympics as a English, Spanish, and Japanese translator. He starred. Let's see, I got this. I got stuff mixed up here. He starred as Hiro Nakamura in the TV show. Yes, yes. He- John Amos was in Die Hard 1. Yes, I did not list all. He's done a lot of stuff. I put everything on here except okay, I put everything on here. Uh, Die Hard 2. Okay, Die Hard 2. Okay, Masaoka, 1974. Um, he I forgot apparently I deleted this. Okay, he was cast in 2006 as the time manipulating Hiro Nakamura in the NBC television series Heroes. And he is similar to that character that he collects manga like the character in that movie. Um, and he translated his own dialogue for the show from English to Japanese. So he did the English subtitles for the show. And good morning, Subi720. I'm so glad you're here today. I hope you're having a wonderful morning today. Um, he um, graduated from Brown University with a bachelor's in computer science and mathematics and a minor in theater arts. His first job after graduating industrial was with the Industrial Light and Magic, which was George Lucas's motion picture visual special effects company. So my notes are all out of order. So let's see. He was cast as that. I did that one. Okay, he is fluent in, he worked as, similar to, translated. Okay. Um, his first job was working at ILM, which is George Lucas's motion picture. Um, after his role in Heroes, which earned him a nomination in the Golden Globe and Primetime Emmy Awards, the only actor in the show to do that. Um, while he was working on Heroes, he continued to work for Industrial Light and Magic up to 3 days a week, and he did research and development, um, technical director. He wrote programs that created special effects. So how cool is that? He is also a producer. He co-produced the 27 American adaptation of the manga series Death Note. He founded the video game development studio Mobius Digital. He's producer on the critically acclaimed game Outer Worlds. He earned a rank of black belt in kendo, which is like Japanese fencing. And he also played some other roles. He played the role of Bruce in the big screen version of Get Smart, and he's currently the character of Dr. Max Bergman on CBS's Hawaii Five-O. And the reason for his name is his character was adopted at birth by a Jewish family. So that's how his character in Hawaii Five-O got that name. So Maki Masioka, uh, 49 years old, he's worked behind the scenes in some big movies. He's on screen with Heroes and Get Smart. Very, very accomplished individual at 49 years old. So happy birthday to you. I will have to redo this and get the notes in order. I got bullet points and I kind of read down them, but those were all mumbled jumbled around, and so um, I had to hunt and peck. So it was not as smooth as I wanted it to be. So let's check our polls here. We have a poll um, about fruitcake. Do you like fruitcake? 7 votes. 40% never tried, never will. And 29% both for only homemade and any and all on YouTube. On Twitch, let's see if the poll, I believe, is done. Let's see, how do I do that? Let's go here. Let's check the poll. Let's see what we do. Let's view the results. No, it will only let me do a one-time poll. Well, we had 3 voters on Twitch, and the winner was never tried, never will, and any and all. I will. Oh my goodness gracious, that is funny. That is funny. So let's see. I This is something new that I have done. So so we will delete the poll since it is now over. Thank you. Oh, could not delete the poll because I guess it was already deleted. Um, so, ah, we're learning. We're learning as we go on the Twitch side. Um, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Um, let's see. So our next person is Louis Pasteur, or as we say in the French, Louis Pasteur. He was born in 1822 and died September 28, 1895. He was a French chemist and microbiologist, renowned for his discoveries of the principles of vaccination, microbial fermentation, and pasteurization. That's a hard word for me to say. The last of which he was named for. His research in chemistry led to the breakthroughs in the understanding of the causes and prevention of diseases, and it laid down the foundations of hygiene, public health, and much of modern medicine. Because I think before then, they never even thought of washing their hands before doing surgery. They just didn't know about that there were germs and on their hands, and was regarded as one of the founders of modern bacteriology. He is responsible for disproving the doctrine of spontaneous generation, where he took 2 sterilized containers. One of them he sealed to prevent anything from going in, and the other one he left open. And the one that was sealed, nothing grew. The one that was open was contaminated, and organisms grew in it. So that was I remember that experiment. He's one of the fathers of germ theory of diseases, um, and he did many experiments that proved that diseases could be prevented by killing or stopping germs. But best known to the general public for his invention of the technique of treating milk and wine to stop bacterial contamination, a process we now call pasteurization. He was the director of the Pasteur Institute, which was established in 1887 until his death, and his body is interred in a vault beneath that institute. That's really cool. But his reputation has been associated with various controversies, and there has been a historical reassessment of his notebook, and it revealed that he practiced deception to overcome his rivals. I think that happens a lot in a lot of competition things. So, yes, Louis Pasteur, 72 years old, French chemist and microbiologist. We have 2 scientists today. I usually don't have 2 scientists today, but their birthdays are both today. And our next one is Johannes Kepler. He's 58, died at 58 years old, born in 1571, and died in November 15th, 1630. He's an astronomer, mathematician, astrologer, and natural philosopher and writer on music from Germany. He was a key figure in the 17th century scientific revolution. He's best known for his laws of planetary motion. He's one of the founding fathers of modern astronomy, the scientific method, natural and modern science, and he was a mathematics teacher. He did fundamental work in the field of optics. He's being named the father of modern optics. He invented an improved version of the refracting telescope, the Kep- Keplerian telescope, which became the foundation of the modern refraction telescope. Very interesting. And he incorporated religious arguments and reasoning into his work. He was motivated by his religious convictions and belief that God had created the world according to an intelligible plan that is accessible through the natural light of reason. Hmm. And he's been called the father of science fiction because he wrote a novel called Somnium. So Johannes Kepler, wow, very, 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 very accomplished individual. Happy birthday to you. Now, this person is a TikTok. He's on TikTok. He's on YouTube. I know him mainly from TikTok. Um, it's OMG, it's Wix. He's born 1983. He's 40 years old. He is a comedian, a podcaster, and he does Florida sketch comedy. He has these skits that's only in Florida, and it's Florida. Hilarious, hilarious. Our friend Lorena Creole has him a lot on the when she does the Florida series show, Florida Man show. Um, and he he talks about how alligators, and whenever he sees something, he has his catch line is flip phone activated. You can see that's why I put a picture of him with his flip phone. He's always using that. Talks about Publix. He has only in Florida, and like I'm a Floridian. Um, Hilarious. He's on TikTok. He has 1.5 million followers on TikTok and 55 million likes. And on YouTube, he has 169,000 subscribers and over 82.5 million views. Uh, so activate your flip phone and go over and check him out. He is absolutely hilarious, especially if you're a Floridian. It is, you go and he says stuff and you're like, oh, that is truth. That is truth. Um, it is so, so funny. So it's his birthday today, and he's 40 years old. Happy birthday, OMG, it's Wix. Our next person is Jason Halls. He is the co-founder of the Atlantic Paranormal Society, TAPS, which is based in Rhode Island. He they did the sci-fi series show Ghost Hunters, and then he later went on to do Ghost Nation. He's written 2 books on the paranormal. He's written 4 sci-fi thriller screenplays, and he does use his public ghost hunting events and appearances to raise money for various charities. Yes, Ghost Hunters. We actually they did a episode on a fort that is near us, and we watched it, and then we went to the fort later, and we asked the guards, the park rangers. They're not guards. The park rangers about the show, and they just laughed, and they're like, "Yeah, stuff that they said wasn't true." He goes, "They said there was an area where they threw dead amputated body parts." He goes, They didn't. It never was that. It was I don't know, a place to store ammunition or something." They just kinda chuckled at it and, took it for what it's worth. So, Yeah, I love the show, but I do take it with a grain of salt. I think they did some liberties there, but I enjoyed it. It was a guilty pleasure of mine to watch Ghost Hunters. But he is 52 years old today, and he's also a plumber. I think he still works for Roto-Rooter. I'm not sure about that, but I think he still does. So happy birthday to you. And our next birthday is was a request from a follower. So I stuck it in here, and it's Haley Williams, a 35-year-old musician. She is best known as the lead vocalist and co-founder of the rock band Paramore, and she plays the keyboards with them. She's released 6 studio albums, and she's the only member to appear on all 6 albums. Um, she had a single called Airplanes, that she was featured on a single Airplanes by B.O.B. It peaked at number 2. There was a sequel called Airplanes Part 2, featured a new verse from B.O.B. and a guest verse from Eminem with Williams vocals in it. That gained a nomination for a Grammy Award for Best Pop Collaboration with Vocals. She's featured on Taylor Swift's re-recording of her 210 album, Speak Now, on the track Castles Crumbling. And she also has a music series called Kiss Off and a hair dye company called Good Dye Young, D-Y-E, Young. That's a kind of a cute name there. So Haley Williams, 35 years old today. Happy birthday to you. Yes, it's a lot of the I take a lot of those shows, not just like paranormal ones, but any kind of investigative show, uh, uh, with a grain of salt because sometimes they take little liberties, shall we say. Well, it is 9:53, and if you haven't guessed, wait, let me check our poll. Let's check the poll here. So we have 9 people watching, 6 likes. Well, it's let me refresh it and see. I'm afraid to refresh it. Oh, we have 9 votes on our poll. We have Never Tried, Never Will is in first place along with Only Homemade. Very interesting. Then we have Any and All is in second place and Once Was Enough. Very good. So I'm going to reload this page and see. Oop, we still only have 6. If you haven't liked, like the channel. You have not liked, like that channel. So, okay. And on Twitch, we have 4 people watching. Thank you guys very much for that. And thank you for participating in the poll. Um, they only let me do it for 10 minutes over there. So thank you 14 people for watching. Well, our poll was fruitcake. So guess what our memes are going to be, everybody? You guessed it. I found fruitcake memes. I tell you, just type in whatever word memes and stuff will pop up. Very, very interesting on that. So here is our first meme for today. There really is only one fruitcake in the entire world, and people keep sending it to each other. Oh, sometimes it feels that way. But I'm very curious. I really think I'm going to go to that site and order some and see what it tastes like because I'm sure it will taste much different than uh, the stuff that you buy in the store, the cheap stuff you buy in the stores. Fruitcake's got a bad rap. Even its name is used to insult somebody. Goodness gracious. Nothing says I hate you more than receiving a fruitcake loaf from a family member for Christmas. Now, this looks like one of those ones that you buy at the store that's in those little bricks and they just don't look appealing. I really, really do want to try a homemade fruitcake. So if you've received a fruitcake this year that's not homemade, I'd be questioning the status of that relationship. If you bought a fruitcake this past weekend, you have until March 2035 to eat it. Well, they are preserved with all that alcohol. It looks like a brick of mac and cheese, but with color spots. There was one meme I saw that said, "That's not, just because the fruitcake about the green mold, because a lot of fruitcake use a lot of that green citron candy in it." How to eat fruitcake. Give it to someone else. See, that fruitcake doesn't look too horrific, but a lot of the store-bought ones obviously do not have alcohol in them. I I was kind of reading the process of making it, and it says it takes time because I think I didn't have not read a recipe, but it said some of the steps kind of like you have to wait a week in between because apparently you probably soak things and stuff or do whatever, but it takes time. That's why it's not made a lot. Is that it's not that you just whip it up and throw it in a pan. Um, so I'd be very interested. Like I say, I did not look up a recipe. Um, so I'm curious how long it actually should I look at one in the UK or oh wow they have like different countries have different ones. Well, let's look here. Okay, this one doesn't take as long. You have to let it set. Uh, let's see. You need the candied fruits, the dates, dried cherries, pineapples, chopped pecans. You need golden raisins and brandy. You soak the fruit in brandy. You need the butter, breadcrumbs, flour, baking powder, salt, and the spices are allspice and cinnamon, light brown sugar, and this one uses some brewed coffee. No, I don't want to sign up now. And 2 cups of brandy to soak it in, and then pecans and stuff for decorating. And so basically you uh, let the fruit sit in the brandy for 3 to 5 hours. And after you do all the stuff and bake the cake, then it says don't just dump the brandy over the cake. It takes a little patience, but let the brandy drip onto the cake so that it is absorbed. You can make little holes to the surface. But I think the big factor is the brandy. It keeps it moist, and maybe after that point, you don't care. No, but I think it would be very good. Good morning, Squeaka. Good morning. We're talking fruitcake. Did you vote in the poll? Let's see. We have 9 votes. We have 7 people watching on the YouTube side and with 6 likes. Thank you very much. We have 3 people watching on the Twitch side. Appreciate you guys watching over there. So I believe our last meme is I feel like nobody really likes me. Fruitcake. Aw, that's so sad. A poor fruitcake. I guess I would have an inferiority complex too if I was that cake. Poor thing. So it is 10 o'clock. We have 10 people watching. 10 o'clock in the East Coast of the United States, but it might not be 10 o'clock where you're at. I say good morning to you, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever applies to you. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful time. Um, just checking on my chats here. So we are uh, now on to, I have nothing to chat in between. Our poll is, whoops, why did I stick that back on there? Our poll, I meant to change it over here. Our poll is stayed the same. So everything is a pretty copacetic here. Now on to the next stage of our show, which is our final stage, which is what to celebrate. Celebrate good time. Okay, here we go. So, what are we going to celebrate today? Can anybody guess what the first celebration is? Hmm. What could it be? It is, you guessed it, everybody. It is National Fruitcake Day. Fruitcake, you either love it or you hate it, if you ever dared to try it. But today is the day for those who love fruitcake. Many people, as I've said through the whole show, many people have only experienced the cheap store brand fruitcake sold in grocery stores. Homemade fruitcake produces a dense, sweet, and textured treat. A fruitcake is a boozy, chewy, rich combination of dried fruits, nuts, and sugar saturated with your favorite alcohol, most commonly brandy or bourbon. And fruitcakes have been found in ancient tombs. So you know that the tradition is steeped in history as well as booze. Food fight. Can fruitcake be used in that? Sure, go for it. Food fight, absolutely. Well, sci-fi mommy, if you were ever going to try, why not multi-purpose it? LOL. So, yes, fruitcake, you love it or you hate it, unfortunately. Um, so National Fruitcake Day. Sure, I would accept it as a daily fruit. Absolutely. But, after my thing, what amazes me is, a lot of times when you cook with alcohol, you cook with it, so it cooks the alcohol out. You just have the flavor of whatever, uh, you're using. But with this, man, you're soaking it in it. And I'm just wondering how, how good I mean, that's gotta be toxic. It's like when you make an alcoholic fruit punch, and you put the fruit in it, and, I loved eating the fruit, but the fruit absorbed all the alcohol, so it was like, "Woohoo, good fruit, good fruit." So it'd be very interesting because you have the fruit is soaked in alcohol, and then you soak the cake in the alcohol after that. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. So we have 11 people watching. Thank you guys very much for that. And our next day is National Leftover Day. It's a couple days after Christmas, and you still probably have some food from that big old Christmas dinner that you made, if you did, in the refrigerator. So today is National Leftover Day, kind of in honor of the fact that you're probably going to be eating leftovers again today. But who's to say that you just have to eat the leftovers? You can be very creative with them. Like with turkey, you can make turkey soup, turkey pot pie. A ham would be great in bean soup. Um, Cut it up, put it in with some of the potatoes, and have fried potatoes in the morning. Speaking of fried potatoes, you can take your mashed potatoes and make like potato pancakes in the morning. Ah, for breakfast. Mm-mm-mm. I just might make some mashed potatoes so I can make me some fried potatoes. That would be delicious. But today is check out your refrigerator, see what's in there, and get creative with those leftovers. And we also have, after you eat your fruit cake, clean out your fridge from your leftovers. It's time to go visit the zoo. And hello, Lisa. Good morning to you. Yes, clean out your fridge. I try to look, at least every other day and make sure if we have any leftovers, that I cook them in something, even if I have them just for lunch. Usually we don't have leftovers because I try to make just enough food for 3 and then for 1 more because I then put it in lunch for Dad Man to take to work the next day. So, I try not to have a lot of leftovers, but sometimes I do. There's some things it's just hard to make a small batch of. I can't It's hard for me to make a small batch of soup, homemade soup, and, sometimes I make, like, little casseroles, and they grow. You think they're gonna be small, and they become this huge amount of food. So but I usually do pretty good with not having a lot of leftovers. So we now have Visit the Zoo Day. If you haven't been to the zoo for a while, why not visit your local zoo today? Unlike early modern zoos, which were more like museums of living animals kept in small display areas, most of today's zoos have animals in more natural habitats and work toward educating and entertaining members of the public about the animals and the conservation of species. Yeah, when I first went to our zoo, when I was a kid, they had the cement. It was just a cement enclosure and it had water in front of it and they go back to their area. It was sad. I felt sad for them then. A polar bear, we had a polar bear and it just had to be miserable. The lion, they all just looked so we had a lion that was in a little small cage. Hey, hey, Richmond Auto Exchange, Mandalorian, how are you doing this morning? Welcome, welcome here. So glad you're here. Um, but zoos are so different now. Um, our zoo has where you walk out into the a savannah area and the lions are there and not the lions. The lions are still in cage. The antelope and the water buffalo, I don't know what the names of them are, but all those animals are there, and then you walk and you go where the enclosure is for the tigers and stuff, and they're big and they look like they're, natural habitat, and it's really nice. It's really nice to see. Oh, you have a mess of rain. Oops. Rain, flooded roads, and idiot drivers. Yeah, that's a horrible, horrible, horrible combination. And yes, there are always idiot drivers, but then you add the weather conditions to it, and that's it always amazes me when it's raining really, really hard. I mean, I'm talking blinding rain, not just a little sprinkle. And you see cars going down the interstate at 70 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour. Y- You can't even see. And then you have the puddles. Ah, it's crazy. It is crazy. So, you newcomers here, don't forget to vote in our poll. Um, it's about fruitcake, whether you like it or you don't. You never tried it, never will. You tried it only once, but never again. You only will eat homemade or you'll eat any and all fruitcake. So we are talking about the food product, not people. So there. Oh, you hydroplaned several times? Yeah, because not only the layer of the water, but any oil or anything gets mixed in with that water on the roads. Um, yeah, and that's a typical day in Southwest Missouri. Is that what MO is? I'm so bad with definite with yes, my kids are all grown and yes, I still feel like I live at a zoo. Missouri. Oh, good, I got it right. Yay! Yay! I'm proud of myself. I don't always get it right. So, many zoos today also have breeding programs to help with the increasing of the animal species. So, and Sci-Fi Mombi is also yes. Yes, I do. And this one, I think some of the holidays I don't quite understand why they are after Christmas, but they are. This one is Make Cutout Snowflakes Day. So you fold your paper, number 1, you cut out little shapes in the paper, you unfold the paper, and you admire your snowflake. Well, this is a great way to spend time with your family after the hustle and bustle of Christmas, they say. Making snowflakes is a modern tradition, but it is the method of creating it is steeped in old in history. It really is. It is based on origami, where you fold. Origami used to fold pieces of paper to create objects. Then that started around the 17th century in Japan. Well, another variation is called kirigami, which you fold the paper and you cut out shapes like snowflakes. And you can make snowflakes with both methods, and you can be as detailed or not with your design as you want. And just like no two snowflakes are identical, you can cut as many different patterns as you'd like on your folded paper. I have some patterns that make Star Wars snowflakes. That would be neat to do. I need to find them. That would be fun. A Calivan Zoo from the Orville. And Lisa refuses to live in a zoo. I really dislike zoos, so I refuse to live in one. So funny, so funny. Well, it is 15 minutes past the hour. We've been on the show for an hour and 15 minutes. We have 11 votes on our fruit cake. Oh my goodness gracious, we have a three-way tie. We have never tried, never will, only homemade, and any and all in first place, and once was enough in second place. So if we have somebody out there who hasn't voted, vote so that we can break this tie. It would be greatly appreciated. We still have three people over on Twitch, and I appreciate that very much. My mom's student worker made us all Star Wars snowflakes a few years ago. They're so cool. Um, Lisa, did you vote in the poll? Did you make the three-way tie? I wonder if fruitcake is more of a northern thing than a southern tradition, because it seems like a lot of people make fruitcake up north more than uh, down here. I wonder about that. Interesting. You can probably find those templates online. They had one that was, I think, a stormtrooper. I think Darth Vader. You think it's an age thing? It might be. It might be. But I've never had homemade fruit cake, so I don't know. Um, I don't have anything to compare it with. But earlier up in the chat, um, Sci-Fi Mommy put a link down um, to where you can get some homemade by Trappist monks. So I think I might order some to try. My throat is bothering me a little bit, so I'm getting a little bit of carbonation fizz to scratch down my throat. I probably would. PBS says fruitcake originates from Roman times. They say it's really old, and I probably would. I like a rich cake. Um, so I probably would like it. I'm gonna try to find, like I say, I find some homemade, and not the stuff in the stores, because I don't think the stuff in the stores does it justice. Um, I do think those are horrible. The oldest versions are a sort of energy bar made by the Romans to sustain their soldiers in battle. Very interesting. I saw something that said that, yeah, they kinda it looks like they just kinda use the batter to hold all the stuff together. That's the only purpose of it. It's kinda like, oh, this is gonna be a bad analogy because and I'm not making fun of fruitcake when I say this, but when you look at the cake, it looks like the batter is kinda like mortar around, there's just enough to hold in all the fruits and nuts. There's not too much, not too little. Now, I probably would like it with more nuts than fruit, because I love nuts. You could just take nuts and smush them all together, and I would eat them. I saw on one site where it said, let me see if I can find it. Ba, ba, ba. 27th. See if this is the one that has it. Oh, here's some facts about fruitcake. Mail order fruitcake in America, in the United States, began in 1913. And some fruitcake makers soak their fruitcakes in brandy-soaked linens, believing the cakes improved with age. Very, very interesting. It's not on that page. Let's look one more. Da, dee, da, today is I can't believe the year is almost over. That is insane to me. Okay, yes, it is. I don't know why I said Egypt, but it is in Rome. I put Egypt. The earliest documented recipe for fruitcake in ancient Egypt consists of ingredients like pomegranate seeds, raisins, pine nuts mixed with barley. So that would be like a power bar. I need to check. I need to fix my notes because apparently I put. I don't know where I got that from. Like I say, sometimes my brain doesn't work. So there, we will research that and make sure I didn't mess up. Because I'm not sure where I don't even know where I got that. Oh, here's some. The Philadelphia marketing agency did a survey on fruitcake, and they surveyed 1,000 people and asked, "How do you feel about fruitcake?" 14.99% said, "I don't like it." 14.12% said never tried it. 9.02% said would never buy it. 8.8% said they'd like it. 7.86 would eat it if it's homemade. 7.5 would throw it out. 7.13 is the worst Christmas food in existence. 4.8, I've never tried it, but I still make fun of it. 4.808, my favorite Christmas food. And 3.35 have a family fruitcake recipe that's passed down. And 3.2 regift it. 3.28 have made their own fruitcake. That's funny. My favorite is I've never tried it, but I make fun of it anyway. Oh, and it's time to make a laundry list of New Year's resolutions that I never stick with. I don't make them anymore because I don't stick to them. I'm like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you know, and I never do. So I just don't do it anymore. I just disappoint myself and everybody around me. I make everybody crazy for 2 weeks, you know, and then I stop doing it. So just to save my family from my craziness, um, I'm not gonna do resolutions this year. Dadman, I'll you said you'll eat it only if Lisa makes it. It's easier to buy. I'm gonna go to that website and I'm going to buy some fruitcake. So let's see if we can find it. Yeah, Assumption Abbey Bakery fruitcake, baked by the monks. Ooh, oh boy, that looks real. God, I gotta show. I'm gonna figure out how to show this picture. Let me move this over here like that. Let me go to StreamYards. This is the website that Sci-Fi Mombi shared with us with the fruitcake. And look at that fruitcake. That looks delicious. I will say that looks good. They do not ship. They ship out. So mid-January. Wow, that looks delicious. So that's I'm not telling anybody to go buy it, but I will buy that. I will buy that later. So now before I do that. I will do this, and I will put this here for right now. And what the heck is that? Oh, that was me searching for something there. Okay, do that. Let's make our stream where it's supposed to be again, like that. Let's do that, and let's do that. Oh gosh, you watched the funniest Star Wars video? Star Wars remix to the Dukes of Hazzard theme. Was it on YouTube? Have to search that and find it. Oh my gosh, that sounds funny. Deadman, I'm gonna buy one. They say you can look on Amazon and see if they're there. So I'm gonna go look on Amazon and see if they're there after the show. See, it's just like I sometimes forget, not that I forget you guys are there, but I sometimes just take you guys along for the ride of my of my brain as I do this show. Ooh, let's look up the fruitcake. Let me show you the fruitcake. I just take you along on my journey of my morning on this show. Okay, well, I will look for it. It was a TikTok video? Okay, I will look. I bet you I could find it fairly easily. Um, so I will, after the show, I will look for that. But it is 10:27 now. We are an hour and 27 minutes into our show. We have 9 people watching on YouTube. We have 11 votes. It's still a three-way tie. Um, I will have to do the tiebreaker if nobody else votes. I am now. It's on YouTube. Okay, I will check it. I will search Star Wars and Dukes of Hazzard, and I'm sure it will be there. I'm just thinking of the song and Star Wars. It will be absolutely hilarious. Well, it is almost an hour and a half into the show, so it is time for me now to do what I call my shameless promotions. The first shameless promotion I'm going to do is tomorrow at 12 noon. I'm going to be building Yellowstone National Park. Uh, so be there or be square. It should be fun. It doesn't look like it's gonna be, I always say this, it does not look like it's gonna be a really hard build. It's for ages 7 and up, and it only has 888 pieces. So it should be, it's got Old Faithful Inn and the Old Faithful geyser on it, and a Yellowstone bus is in the picture. So those are all the stuff in there. It is a multiple thing of it. So really looking forward to building this one. So that will be tomorrow at noon. And also, Friday at noon, we are going to hopefully complete the Starry Night build. It will also be at noon on Friday. This is a special stream to get this build done. Really looking forward to it. I think it is going to be phenomenal. So Thursday at noon at 2 p.m. and Friday at 2 p.m. I will be doing Lego builds. I also have blocking out the boredom. I'm bored, so let's build something. You can find those out on Twix at MDadmanWalking for the times that they are. I try to give about an hour's notice at the but at the minimum 30 minutes when I'm going to do those streams. Also, the show you're watching right now, Miss Morning Musings with Mrs.DadmanWalking55. It's every morning at 9 a.m. You've seen the show, you know what it is. I hope you like it, and I hope you guys come back tomorrow to watch again. Most of you I've seen before, so I know you will. But you guys, if you're watching it out in YouTube land or Twitchverse, um, I hope you join again. I really enjoyed doing this show, and it makes me happy, and I hope it makes everybody that's watching happy also. So that is daily at 9 a.m., both on YouTube and Twitch. I'd like to make my channel self-sufficient, so I have a Ko-fi link. It's ko-fi.com/ Mrs. Dadman Walking 55. Um, you can do a one-time donation, a daily donation. If you like what you see and like would like me to keep doing it, uh, help me out with a donation. I also have a throne wish list. It is a privacy wish list. Your names and information is not shared with me. My name and information is not shared with you. I have given gifts on this. I have received gifts on this. It's really fun. Go over there and check out my wish list at throw.com/ Mrs.DadmanWalking55. And Atwood got me this wonderful gift of the Ghost Advent calendar. Uh, it was back ordered, I think, and it is not come in yet. But when it does come in, I will build it on stream um, because I think it's adorable. I'm going to have it displayed year round, not just at Christmas time. My ghost actually has a gingerbread skin on it right now while I'm playing Destiny 2. So here we go. I can't wait for that one to come in. And I also have received these gifts already, but are waiting for a time when Daisy Blossom and Liam Grey Wolf we can get together and I can build them. Um, the Big Ben and the Stonehenge. I thank you for them very much. Also, my live streams and VODs are on youtube.com/ at Mrs.DadmanWalking55 with a period after Mrs. and a 55, obviously at the end of my name. Twitch.tv / Mrs.DadmanWalking, no punctuation and no numbers. You can find my streaming schedule on Twix. Thank you, Castle, so much for that name. I love it very much. At MDadmanWalking, I try to give a 1 hour, 30-minute, 5-minute reminder of my scheduled streams, and also that's where you'll find out when I do impromptu streams. So we are having some Fortnite chat here. Let's see. The new favorite gun found in Fortnite. One of the bosses carried got 11 kills in 5 minutes using it. Yeah, but Mandalorian, I would never get 11 kills. You're a good shot. At least it's like, which boss? Which boss? And can't wait to find out which one. It says the one at the wine place, but you're gonna have to fight me for it if we're in the same match, LOL. But you can't kill each other. And Lisa is, uh, you can have it and just for when I play solo. And Dadman says, you can have it, Lisa, when we play. Very good. Very good. So we have actually got in the little Fortnite talk too, along with this. So I'm going to go over it. I'm going to end my poll here real quick. And let's see. Oh my goodness, it is still tied. Never tried, never will. Only homemade and any and all. Well, I am going to have to, now that I found out about the Trappist Muck place, the Abbey that sells fruitcake, I am going to have to say, um, the closest one I can say is right now homemade. I haven't tried it yet, but I don't want to say never tried, never will, and I don't want to say any and all because I have had the store-bought stuff, the cheap stuff, and it's nasty. So, oh, wait, somebody just already voted. So good, only homemade one in the poll. We're ending the poll right now. I'm not giving anybody else a chance to vote. Okay. There, we ended I didn't even give 5 seconds, I was mean. So, we have, oh, can't kill. So, only homemade one with 33%, never tried, never will, and any and all one with, is 2nd place, and, the 3rd place was once was enough. So, very good. Very good poll, and let's see, and, Lisa's, like, grateful that Dad Man's gonna let her have the weapon, and, Melanie can't kill each other, LOL, wanna bet? There are ways, and I know there are ways. And yes, Dad Man, you have killed me before, with a shock wave thing that threw me over a cliff onto the ground and I died. And we have Santa Megatron here. Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to the end of the show. We are getting ready to say goodbye. But I'm glad you stopped by. Hello. Hit that like button. Um, and yes, Meg, yes, there are no ho, ho, ho's here, Mega. So I'm so glad you stopped by. But it has been an hour and 36 into the show, and my throat is killing me. So I am going to say, yes, that was brutal. That was brutal. And we have hello, and we have ha 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 ha. And Sci Fi Mombi says hello, and what's up? So I am going to say goodbye. My throat is killing me. I need to get some hot lemon and honey. Uh, so if you have joined and have not hit the like button, please do. I appreciate that very much. Um, just checking to make sure everything is okay everywhere. Let's make sure that's okay. Very good. Very good. So on that note, I am going to say to you all, I will see you next time. And remember to be kind, to show love, and remember that you're not promised tomorrow. So to go to bed each night with no regrets. And I wish you peace.